hot Mr. Phillips.
Yes.
I mean, no. I mean, are we live?
Yes.
Okay, that too. All right, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the main event. That too. All right, cool. Wait, I want to hear that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the main event. Damn, that was weird. All right, let's do this. Okay, let me go back to here. Just getting it all. Come on in, everybody. What's going on, everybody, over there on Twitter land? All right, I got YouTube up. What is up, Mr. Roger Rabbit? Good evening, good sir. All right, Twitter is hot. How many times will Rocky touch Petey? Beaver 73. Buy me a house. Bitches. The truth is out there. That's right, slightly venomous Kurt.
What?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to myself.
Well, that's kind of trippy.
I actually answered you. I said, yep.
Well, okay. That was weird.
Why? Why was that weird?
Because you were like this.
I'm working on the sound over here.
Come on in, everybody. Share it. We got our girl, Sarah Soderlund, on the program tonight. Yeah. Sarah Soderlund.
Right now, she's over there going, I just want to slap him. Stop.
Damn it. There is one time, two,
Petey doesn't need a
three
what?
touches.
How many times will...
Tickle, 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 tickle. Mm-hmm. 4.
All right, 60 seconds. Let's rock this thing.
Oh, wow, bro.
It's going to be a great show. I can't wait to...
He said, let's rock this thing. Come on. All right.
Elusive
A boom, 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 boom. I like the way you walk. I like the way you talk. Susie Q.
I probably should have gone to the bathroom before the show.
I seen Sarah on the screen over there. She's like dancing. Yeah, come on. Dance to me, Sarah. A boom, 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 boom.
Dance with me, dance with me, dance with me.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Look.
She jams. You know what? So when she was on...
we got to do this. Yeah.
We got 25 seconds. When she used to come on the show, dude, I would put on any freaking song, and she would just jump right in.
Okay.
Oh, is that shut up?
Yeah.
Okay, go. Here we go.
Crikey, there's the wild hare now. Ain't he a beaut?
Yeah. What's up, Doc?
Find some great deals at preparewithmojo50.com.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocky Stucci.
Oh, I love Sarah, says Miss Stephanie Richardson. What the hell?
Thanks for bringing Sarah on the show, bro. Oh, sorry. Wow.
Well, you are welcome, Ron. You are welcome.
All right, you can let go of me now.
Dude, he gave me a hug right when I was like, what the hell's going on? Look at it. Oh, I'm hugging you back right now. I can see it.
Yep. So, yeah, I saw it.
Folks, hey, welcome to the program. This is my Friday, so I don't even care.
I knew you didn't give a damn if I was hugging you.
Oh, man, I'll take another one.
It was a long week, though, wasn't it?
You do have an idea. I've come over here every night this week and I'm like, those son of a bitches.
As soon as he walks in, I'm like, the doctor is in. Let's go.
Those son of a bitches is what I was saying. But welcome to the program, folks. Hey, abnormalrealities.com. Get your asses over there. Make sure you get your merchandise. And, of course, support those that support us, Romika Designs. And, of course, OpsLens.com, OpsLens mobile app. And, of course, if you search OpsLens, you can catch us on Roku TV, Android TV, Amazon, Fire Stick, and all that other, Apple, all that other fun stuff. And, of course, Mojo50. Here, let me change that again. Ready? And, of course, you can catch us on Mojo50 Radio. Dude, that was badass.
That was badass.
Let's do that again. And you can catch us on Mojo50 Radio.
I just did the bass.
I felt the bass, dude. Yeah, it vibrated my chair.
That's the story of my life. Hey, we got a great guest tonight. Thank you for asking her last night if she could come on.
She came on last minute notice.
Yeah, thank you. And that's awesome because I've been wanting to hear from her.
Yep.
And I can't wait to meet her.
So
I've heard great stories about her.
It was cool.
Yes, Sarah, great stories.
We were talking about the Haunted Theater yesterday, Mounds Theater, and then we talked about Pikes Island. And Sarah and I have been friends for a very long time, and we've done a lot of radio together. We've done a lot of paranormal stuff together. She also goes by Paranormal Sarah, but we were talking after the show last night, and I was just like, dude, we need to get her ass on the program, because she's going to be at the Renaissance with us. And so I sent her a message last night, and she's like, about time you asked, you son of a bitch. So I was like, yeah.
It's about time.
Come on, bring that ass on.
Here, let's do an introduction here.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do an introduction. There she is. We'll just.
Oh, there.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm at.
Oh, Sarah's eclectic formal education and training paired with her humor and improvisational delivery makes her a favorite mentor and speaker within those researching paranormal cases and parapsychology phenomenon. She has been featured on A&E's American Hauntings, has investigated more than 12 in more than 12 countries around the world. Sarah is a published author, international public speaker, Emmy-Award winning photographer, and consultant for those looking to dive deeper into the darker shadows of the mind and human experience. What have you not done, Sarah?
There's a lot I've not done. I've still got a lot I have not done.
Well,
That's why I had to sell my soul long years ago. And,
welcome to the show.
She said digging deeper into the mind. Now,
Yes,
Sarah,
just
you have done the Renaissance event with us for quite a few times.
Yeah, it's going on like, I don't know if it's 5 years, 4 years, 5 years.
Something like that, but we make that shit look good. I'm just saying for the record. We make that
So
look.
you want to talk about that real quick? Here we go. Let's just make this cut. Hang with us for a second, Sarah.
Do it. Oh, folks, right there, as you can see on the screen, coming up this October 23rd, Scotty Roberts, Rocky Stucci, Ron Phillips, Sarah Soderlund at the Minnesota Renaissance Festival for a Haunting at the Renaissance. Tale of Terrors, Phantom's Feast, hosted by Feastmaster Jim Cunningham. Folks, get your tickets. I don't even know if there's any more left, but check
there may
anyways.
not be. Yeah.
The show starts at 7 o'clock, and immediately following the show, you have all of us sexy son of a bitches getting up on stage, giving a little quick menage a trois. And then we're taking you out and doing some paranormal stuff. But what's really cool about what we do when we do this event is before we bring the crowd out, we always get there a little bit early, and we always do a little investigation by ourselves.
True.
All right, so Sarah, tell us a little bit. Now, you know a lot more. The only time I've ever been to the Renaissance grounds is for this event. Tell us from a spiritual level, what is it that you think makes the Renaissance active?
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, the times that we've been there, they've actually talked about different things that have happened on the property throughout the history. So like any of the native history, any of the, battles and trials and tribulations, throughout that space. We even have the Viking rune stones, if you believe in that sort of thing. In and around that Shakopee area. And so not only is the land carrying some information, but it's also right in that river valley where we had a lot of like stuff we were doing at Fort Snelling, where there's a lot of concentration camps. There's a lot of indigenous like working camps. So that land already is kind of a hot spot if you believe in residual trauma leaving a, scar or ripple of sorts. But I think anyone who is like a Rennie, or you grew up in the Ren Fair, or you like role playing, or you understand the idea of the role play to go in and to time travel and be reigniting history and getting in character and all that. There's a charm to it where people are, in a sense, kind of letting go of reality and using their imagination anyway. So I think spirituality, if it's conscious, is going to be a beacon to that, because it's open-minded people looking to make connections and think outside the box. And it's a bunch of people doing that with a little bit of alcohol. And so it's inhibitions are lowered. The vibe is really welcoming. The land is really hot. Tends to be pretty active.
Yeah, Scotty actually woke up one morning naked in a field at the Renaissance.
I've heard this story.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Dude, and I'm kind of jealous.
Did he get really drunk the night before?
You don't remember, but I'm kind of jealous that wasn't me.
That's funny.
Sarah, have you ever met Petey yet? Petey has a really nice butt. Look at that thing.
I've seen it. I mean, I've seen it when I watched the show. Was this molded after one of you guys or something?
Yes, me.
No, it was me.
It looked Yeah.
Actually, this one here is Ron, and this one here is me. So it's kind of an abnormal thing. So
that's because we're dorks.
So tell me, what's going on with Sarah? Have you been able to? I know you're busy. You got a beautiful family, and you got a lot going on. Have you been able to do any kind of paranormal stuff lately? Have you been able to go on any kind of ghost hunts or anything?
Well, sadly, I think COVID has
oh yeah,
pooed on so much of that.
Yep.
But I have been to Missouri. I've been to Atchison, Kansas. I've been to Savannah, Georgia, and I've been, a few different places that I did get to sneak into this year. That Savannah, Georgia, and Atlanta, Georgia, are really one of my favorite places to visit. So I was there, kind of prepping for what was going to be the Savannah Paracon on September 11th, but that got postponed. So we went to all the battlefields. We went to Tybee Island. I got to photograph right there on the beach and where the pirates come in and all of, really cool stuff. I mean, the mosh trees, the cemeteries that go on for miles, and the really neat architecture. I love it because some of the Savannah, Georgia, and some of the little French quarters, the people speak broken French, which I think is really beautiful, and the food is really thick. And it's just a spiritual haze kind of over the whole state. And it was fun to go. So I did get to do that this year.
We, Ron and myself and a couple other people, we were down in Savannah probably about 4 or 5 years ago. And it
was it that long ago?
It feels like longer than that.
Dude,
sometimes.
It was 2017. Yeah,
that was that long ago.
October.
Yeah. And I got to tell you something, Sarah. Man, you know what? And I talked with Ron about feelings, right? Feelings, nothing more than
feeling.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just get her going, and she's going to kick right in.
Every song, it's a problem.
I felt myself walking in almost to a different time. It was very interesting walking into Savannah. It's like everywhere you looked, you don't know if it was psychosomatic or if you were truly picking up on energies, because I felt all kinds of energies when I was down there.
I think it's both. Because, the stories that there's teeth in the tree bark, growing through the cemetery cobblestone. And yes, where the soldiers are buried in the cobblestone squares because the bodies were left there, and then it just absorbed into the greenery because nature eats it in. And
wow.
Just really cool parts of every square, it seems, even, the Outer Banks to the inner city. And then, I know it seems very morbid, but maybe in an abnormal realities, it would be safe to say that
probably
the pandemic puts a weird dystopic haze filter already on things, that to be there and see more homeless and more poverty and then less people and less attention, it was I thought very somatic, very spiritual, very humbling, and wondering if that homeless person's alive, but then also being excited to see ghosts. It was a juxtaposition that just really made you mindful of your present space. And there's not a lot of places that do that anymore, since we're so usually, zombified. Yep. So it's a nice wake up space, and it's a really spiritual place altogether. So, and there's a really good noodle place in downtown at Savannah that it's like a little Vietnamese noodle place that it's like those little corners of the world that you want to take with you in my next life. I want to be sure that I remember to go there.
Well, I have a place that's similar to that, but that place was that daiquiri place where they just had 40 different daiquiris. And what? Oh my God!
Yes.
You missed her rubbing her damn face.
Columbia,
I'm watching it right here, dude. I can see everything she's doing.
I was like, what the hell? What the hell?
Columbia, Missouri has tropical liqueurs that back when I used to drink alcohol, they do that, and they're all alcoholic slushies.
Oh,
That's what we get when we go to Vegas.
It's like
alcoholic
quick
slushies.
trip heaven. Only all the spinning slushies of bright color, like a Hunter Thompson moment, and they're all alcoholic, and it's weird and trippy.
There's 15 or 20 of them, and then you get a shot in a
styrofoam unmarked cup. And just walk out like an illegal immigrant.
That's
illegal alien.
Dude, I would be in so much trouble. I'll be hugging people I didn't know.
That's what happens in Vegas.
That is what happens in Vegas, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So here's a
I've never been to
question.
Vegas, by the way.
I never
He
have
never
either.
has either.
Why are you judging us?
No,
What?
dude. No,
I never have.
you guys just got to go at least just
Dude,
once.
I had family
I
killed in
know.
Vegas, man. I don't know if
Really?
it's safe for me to go
Oh,
there.
I've
it's
got
safe.
people who may not want to. Yeah, I know, Rocky.
They're
we
like,
can maybe
"Hey,
go like incognito.
we going. Yeah.
we could go
I'm
incognito.
Hey, at Halloween they do body paint.
I'm Ron.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Body
do.
paint again, dude. I want body paint too. I'd be like, my name is Ron
do that.
Phillips, bitches. That's
Look,
Rocky
she
Stucci.
said, yeah, I can do that.
I'd want to do reptilian. I'd want to
That's
do like
fine.
a part V costume and then
Yep.
reptilian, so it looked like I was a reptile.
Oh,
but
there's
then
nothing
I'd be
wrong
on
with
board.
that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
We should do it. We could make money, Rocky. We
Dude,
could
I
make
want to
money.
make money. I got goals in
We
life.
would
You know
stop
what I'm saying?
people make money.
Come on. What's up? There you go.
Yeah,
Come on.
but you know the world can't handle that, so that's why these things don't happen. Just
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Anyway.
Quick question now. Serious question. This is
Yeah,
something that Ron and I have we talked about quite a bit on this program, and I really want to get your. You said reptilian and it kind of triggered the brain. You know, the meatball brain. In regards to some of our paranormal investigations, and then I want to ask you about a famous house that has just recently gone up for sale. But
Oh, yeah.
have you ever had the thought that maybe at times during investigations that maybe we're not so much talking to past souls, but maybe something more of an extraterrestrial level?
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
For sure. I mean, without hesitation, there's kind of one of those, if you really want to know how crazy I am as far as like very much quantum entanglement, very much interdimensionals, very much the ability of thinking, you know, you probably have human and non-human, conscious and unconscious. You have yin and yang that expands out exponentially. So you're going to have Nephilim, you're going to have Watchers, you're going to have lesser demons, you're going to have higher demons, you're going to have aliens, you're going to have aliens that are, you know, reptilian, insectoids, you know, lion people, whatever. I mean, it goes on forever. It exponentially gets so weird that it's crazy weird. You know, people going into the depths of the ocean to find the Kraken to get into space weird, like Nibiru weird. But we don't need to get that weird to at least just say that there's a lot left unexplored. And I think that alien interaction is absolutely out there. I love the fifth contact experiments that are happening and the documentaries that are out there.
When you
and-
say fifth contact, is that where the people are using different like frequencies? What do you mean by fifth contact?
So, and I want to get the website correct because it's like CE.
All right, and while you're getting that, I just want to let everybody
CE5.
know something. So while she pulls that up, Ron, we have been challenged. I just want to let you know, and I've already accepted the challenge, so you don't have saying this. The challenge was I dare Rocky.
Last time I didn't have say in it, I lost my hair.
Yeah. Well, we got 300 in donations. So
These
all right,
kinds of things.
it says right
Okay.
here. It says right here that I dare Rocky and Ron to do a body paint episode on themselves. Dude,
Wait.
it's already been
Wait
accepted.
a minute. You accepted the challenge.
It's already been accepted in all
It's
caps.
already accepted.
Son of a
In
bee.
all
It's already been
caps.
accepted.
It's already been accepted.
Wait a minute. What? It's just you
Fifth-
though, right? What's happening?
Fifth contact.
Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. Contact has begun. A movie released in 2020, documentary, but it's based on the scientific experts and studies of crazy Dr. Greer, as we call him. But MUFON kind of went to the wayside as Dr. Stephen Greer, somebody coming out of the CIA and doing some of the different shows on History Channel that kind of went viral in the last 5 years.
Yep.
He looks like just a normal, everyday kind of white dude, you know, tie and such. But
Really
he
big
has been
mouth.
talking. Yeah,
He
kind-
does.
yeah, he does have a big mouth.
Really
Kind of
big.
looks like an Agent Smith.
Yes, he does. What?
Yes, might be an Agent Smith.
Oh.
But the idea that you go out, you have vectoring. You know, if you're an airline pilot or
Yep.
you pull on your vectoring, so you go out and you maybe do it like this, maybe you do it like this, maybe you put your headphones on, maybe you do it however you do it. You get in a hypnagogic state, and you aliens, I'm vectoring to you. I'm serious. I'm vectoring to you, and you imagine yourself in space and like zooming in to where you're at, and that I'm going to be here at 10:10 tonight, and I'm going to be here at 10:10 tonight, and you're vectoring in, and you set that intention to be there at 10:10 tonight, and then you go out at 10:10 tonight, and vector in again, and you vector in, and you get preferably a you know, what you fuck
Laser.
cats up with. Sorry if you can't say that word. Sorry. Light laser. And you bleep it to the sky and you like vector the aliens and you're like,
of bleeping it.
aliens, where are you at? And they come down and they like doo-doo-doo-doo, and you like beep beep beep, and they like doo-doo-doo, and you have like a close encounter of the fifth kind.
That's so weird. I understood those blue things.
Yeah, he speaks alien.
I do.
He does. He ordered a pizza one night for us.
Well, it happens by mistake.
Wow.
This is the good kind.
What the hell
Not the
just happened to
reptilians.
your camera?
All right. So
there it is.
So
There
let
it
me
is.
ask you,
Did I
Sarah,
say
do
too
you
much?
believe that creating that intent and doing the bloop, bloop, bloop stuff and the laser lights and all that, do you believe that that could be possible?
I do.
So do
And I mean, I've had some weird experiences with it already.
What? Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more.
Tell me more. Is it your kind of alien? It was not what I expected. I mean, I went out there. I didn't. This is a limp story.
It's all right.
I got all
We're used
excited.
to it.
I did my vectoring. I did all the things the way I was supposed to do. I didn't plug in my flashlight. That's like the really cool kind of flashlight that shines really bright into the sky that blinds you if you look at it too closely. I didn't plug it in apparently well enough, and I went out there and I was like vector and 1010, and I boo boo boo, and then all of a sudden this thing right there. I mean, I wasn't even a millisecond from my boo.
What?
It was. Yes, there was a white light, and my husband was with me, and he kind of was like, we both had that moment of like,
wow,
where I immediately was like,
Huh.
what the hell? And we had this moment of like, did all my stuff just die? And it was like, no, I didn't charge it. And I felt like the communication was lost because I had fear in my heart. They say the close encounters of the fifth kind, if you have any fear in your heart, then you're going to hell, and the aliens are leaving you here. So you're doomed. So let that go.
Well, fear in your heart. Wow, they would never come to see me then because, quite honestly, I
felt a little fear in my anus and in my heart.
I don't have fear in my heart.
That's where my fear would be, is in my anus. Give me that.
It's in my butt. I was like, like your whole body it was exciting, but you still have that moment where it was there. And I looked at Brant, I was like, was that a drone? And he was like, that could have been a drone. And I was like, I don't think that was a drone. It was so big. It was like right there, and it was reactive. It was in our space. That would have been over our area, which we kind of live on a native space. Yep. So after overthinking it, it could only have been an alien.
It was definitely
or something
aliens.
else.
It was definitely
definitely aliens.
So we can go right on back and create the intent and get a cool
Yeah, we can create the
I've got
intent.
a cabin and a bonfire.
What?
Oh, you mean where you're at? Yeah, you can do it anywhere. CE5. You can do it right now. Well, you want a vector you want to give it time. Not that time matters.
What do you mean a vector? When you say vector, you mean that part of the manifestation and connect?
It's the visual.
The visual
that you actually visual. You have to send them the mental facts, the mental ping pong Atari image, as good as you can get it to them of your, where you going to be, what you going to look like, what you going to be wearing. Otherwise, how are they going to know? Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're in the woods. It's 4 a.m. You're all by yourself. Your flashlight goes dead. You turn in the corner, and there's a big old Sasquatch. What would you do?
Wow, we shifted from aliens to Sasquatch.
Well, it's kind of the same thing, because I believe Sasquatch is an alien.
You think he's an interdimensional time traveler?
I do.
Oh,
yes, I think he is.
Goodness.
Uh-oh.
I think they're just really smart creatures of Earth, and we're all alien of some nature. But I think it's probably an original Earthbound creature, possibly older than us, which would make us more the aliens. And I think that it does better at hiding and knows to stay the way away from us.
I don't blame his ass.
I think.
And her ass.
Yeah.
I would totally do a zombie, like Shaun of the Dead moment, though. Well, I don't know. I don't look anything like a Sasquatch. I'd play dead. I'd probably just melt. Ugh.
I'd be like, oh, Ron, there it is.
I would pass out. Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Slowly try and blend in. Like, that would be scary.
What's weird to me in all of our conversations is ghosts and demons scare the hell out of me. Bigfoot and aliens, I'm like, want to shake their hand.
What?
Why is this weird?
That's weird, because I'm the opposite, because I'm a demon warrior.
I'm the opposite. I'm a demon warrior. Yeah,
I
I'm
am
interested.
a demon warrior.
I don't know, dude. I think it'd be cool to come face to face with, well, not necessarily face to face with a Bigfoot.
Dude, I love watching videos, but I don't. And I heard they stank.
They probably do.
They do.
Yeah.
They smell.
I'd be like, yo, Biggie.
I saw Harry and the Hendersons. I know.
I saw Harry and the Andersons.
All right, so we just have a couple minutes left here, but Sarah, when we come back from the second segment, I was wondering if you could do like a one-card flip for Ron Phillips because you got your tarot with you.
I do.
And I just want you to explain to people about tarot when we come back and what you do with tarot and all the other things you have going on.
Yeah, Scotty did a one-card flip for me.
Sarah's way better, dude. I'm saying it right now.
I am.
Sarah, hey, Scotty, listen up, bro. I
You
love
can tell Scotty I told you to tell him that I told you that. He
What?
knows. He's fine. What? He's my
This
buddy.
is going
It's
to
fine.
be a fantastic trip.
Yeah, it is going to be a fantastic trip. Sarah, are you able to come down a day early for the
I don't know.
come on, girl.
My real job is so serious now.
Tell him to
it's hard
shut
to move
up.
things around.
I hate real jobs.
I know. Adulting sucks. I'll try
Me
though.
too.
If you can, that would be awesome. Or if you could come down that evening, I'll try to set up maybe the Mountains Theater or something. Maybe we can find a little location we can go investigate. Or we can go to Pikes Island. I'd love to go to Pikes Island again.
Oh, Pikes Island. Yeah, and I've got a hip hop artist that I need to photograph.
I was thinking
In the
about
cities.
becoming a hip hop artist. It was actually part of my consideration of my new careers. So
Was it?
my name is
I
Rocky.
can photograph
I'm a
you.
little cocky. I'm a baller and a taller. What? Come on. I just wrote that.
You did? You just wrote
dude,
that?
I just came
You
up
don't
with
say.
that. How you doing, Sarah?
I'm
Yep.
surprised.
See?
I'm surprised
I
that
know
you
what's
just
up.
wrote that.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
here.
That's what
It
I
was.
do.
I'm in shock,
Great.
actually.
Dude, I come up with shit. He may be cocky, but vote for Rocky. You know what I mean?
I've heard you say that 100 times.
And
in
it's
the last 3
awesome. All right, folks. Hey, our girl Sarah's on the program.
Hang with us, Sarah. We'll be right back.
Yeah, when we are doing the live streams at the Minnesota Renaissance Grounds, you are going to see Miss Sarah with us. She has been part of that event for many years. I go way back with Sarah. We've investigated many locations together, and she is just 100% all around a very genuine and awesome, badass person. And don't piss her off because she could do some magical shit to you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Look, hey,
type of
if you
stuff.
want to read more about her while we're on the break, go out to paranormalsarah.com.
I'm a pop.
There's good
a
stuff out there.
hip-hop artist.
We were looking for the stuff out there a while ago, but it's good stuff.
What were we looking for? Hey, folks, abnormalrealities.com. Do not forget to look us up. Click that podcast link. Just go to abnormalrealities.com. All the information you need is going to be right there. And Mr. Rob Phillips, please take us home.
All right, guys, we'll be back here in just about 2 minutes. You're going to hear about romikadesigns.com. Go out there, check it out if you want to. We'll be back. At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logoed designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at romikadesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and we'd be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@romikadesigns.com, or visit us on the web at romikadesigns.com.
Abnormal realities.
Look, we got to get to the vampire stuff because this is funny as shit.
Oh, I lost
All
it.
right.
Where's it at?
We spoke to 3 real-life vampires about blood, lust, and hunger. So I'm going to play the part of the interviewer. Rocky's about to play the part of the vampires.
Okay, wait a minute. I gotta find it.
Hey, Pixie, what's your vampire lifestyle like? Is there a fetish or sexual element to feeding?
Oh, big boy!
Doing.
Absolutely, Ron.
Hey.
And in a moment of kind and wanting to find something honest, I grabbed a knife and cut across my chest. I rubbed my hands in it. Oh my God, and I tasted it. It was so good. There was something dangerous and alive. It suddenly felt more honest than whatever this sex thing was supposed to be.
Abnormal Reality.
We are never doing this again.
With Ron
You're a
and
freaking
Rocky.
weirdo,
8
dude.
p.m. Eastern. Mojo 50.
Welcome back to Abnormal Realities, everybody.
Yeah.
My name is Ron. That is Rocky.
How you doing?
Our guest tonight is Sarah Soderlund. We will be with her October the 23rd.
23rd.
At Phantom's Feast
Phantom's
up
Feast.
in, where is this?
Shakopee,
Shakopee,
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's in Chaska, but same thing, right next to each other. Same place, same location.
I'm looking forward to it. You guys have done all this before. I've not done it before.
One thing we didn't mention about Sarah is that
I did buy something today.
What?
That'll make that way better.
What'd you buy, bro?
I'm not telling you
No,
yet.
you are telling me now.
Oh, you want me to show you? I'll
you
show
are
you.
Gonna show
I'll
me.
show you just so you
can't be
can.
dropping shit like that on
No,
the
just
meatball.
so you stop, dude. I thought you were going to hit me with that.
No, I won't.
Yeah, I'll show you here. Let me go ahead and bring Sarah in so she can be a part.
Come
of it.
on, Sarah. He's showing me something. He's dropping something on me.
Hang on. Don't look. Okay.
Make me.
This is so
Okay.
this is so suspenseful. A boom, 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 boom.
This is
I like the way you
Boom,
walk.
boom, boom, boom. The way you talk.
You know what that is?
Those are
What?
candles.
No,
What the hell is that, dude?
What?
it's a 360 camera.
What?
So for when we are doing our ghost hunts, we're going to broadcast 360 so people can spin around and look all around.
Dude, that's badass, bro.
That is cool.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, did I break your watch?
No, it's just no.
360 cameras.
Yeah, 360, dude. We're going to do some 360 degree virtual. People can spin the camera around on YouTube and Facebook, and
So they get the whole thing.
they can watch any direction they want. If we're looking over here, if we're looking over here,
Oh, over there.
they can be looking this way. So if somebody sneaks up behind us, they can message us,
See,
right?
look at that.
Stop, dude.
Dude, I'm saying it's excitement. Son of
Arousal.
Arousal.
Oh, ma.
Yeah, I got that today, so it's coming.
Bitch, dude.
Woo! Rock
Dude,
and
I
roll.
almost want to hump your leg right now.
Don't
It's
do
looking
that.
really good, too.
Don't do that.
Look at that kneecap.
Yeah,
Damn.
buddy.
Meow. What?
Oh my God.
Hey, folks, Sarah Soderlund on the program, man. I love this woman. Sarah, you have done all kinds of radio, all kinds of paranormal, all kinds of public speaking. Now, parapsychology. How does that play a factor in the reality of the world? Okay, wait a minute. Here, let me rephrase that question. Is parapsychology more real than actual psychology?
Why are you trying to hurt me like that?
I thought he would never get to the question.
No,
Sorry,
because I know the way I
Dang.
wanted to go with it, but sometimes with this matrix that we live in, right? We live in this weird matrix.
Okay.
And this matrix that we call reality, this thing that is supposed to be normal. But my matrix, and I know, Sarah, your matrix is not part of what society deems normal, like we say in our opener. My matrix is different. Oh, did I touch your heart?
I do live in a strange place. It's true. What is the question, Rocky?
Exactly. What the hell is the question?
So when
dude?
we talk about parapsychology and we talk about paranormal stuff and we talk about, life after death, and a lot of people look at that as woo, or we talk about spiritualism and all the types of different things, aliens. A lot of people look at that as woo-woo or wash, or, just like hogwash type of stuff. To me, honestly, Sarah, in the world that I've been living in and observing lately, that world to me is more real than what people deem normal, right? So in the field of paranormal, could that possibly be more normal towards reality than the reality we live in today? Damn, that was so messed up of a question. But I think
I'm
you
still
get it.
not even
You
sure
know what I think?
we understand.
No,
your
you know what I
question.
think, Rocky? So here's the deal. One of the things that I think, and just let me know if you agree, right? Yes or no. Would you say that as you have become a man, as you've grown into big man Rocky, that one of the things that indicates maturity is to be able to say, I don't know. Let me figure that out. Let me go get the answer for
I
you.
don't think Rocky's ever uttered those words. Have you?
I don't know.
No, yeah. See,
Yes,
I gotta figure
you
that out.
do. You get to a point in your maturity where you're like, you know what? I don't know. Let me get the answer. That your
don't know the
ego
answer,
is okay saying that, right?
Yeah.
I feel like parapsychology is the nature of the spirituality of that it's the group of people out there studying what is completely acceptable, to some extent saying, listen, if it's so great and it's so exceptional and it's so elevated, then wouldn't it make sense that we don't completely understand it? Like, that's okay. And that in the meantime, let's figure out as much as we can to fill the feelings of uncertainty that make us feel uncomfortable and see what we learn. And so it's the study of consciousness outside of the body.
Yep.
You can have whatever spiritual filter, religious filter, moral filter, ethical filter, devious, pessimistic filter, reality matrix filter, conspiracy theory filter you want to put on it. But like quantum parapsychology, and then psychology, a lot of fluff, a lot of subjective, a lot of personal, a lot of what if, a lot of like what philosophy is. It's not always empirical. You have to be able to measure it in different ways, the existence of it, not because you see it, not because you're from the show me state, but because you've been affected by it.
All right, so
because it's there.
Right. Well, see, that's the thing too. Is that we always we talk about science, and to a lot of people, if science, all the ones and zeros can't explain a physical reality, to some people that doesn't make it real. You're exactly right. We know there are things that are there that we cannot explain. To me, and I guess the long way around of what I was asking is that world for some reason is more closer to reality, universally speaking. It's the things that are unseen, the things that we don't know, the things that science still yet cannot explain. We talk about a universe like we have all the answers. We don't even realize how many planets there are that have the existence of life on it, but yet we feel like we are the one all be all type of thing. I believe that the alien thing, I believe that the spiritual thing, the paranormal thing, is more closer related to a reality than the ones that we created as a human being.
Well, I think that speaks to your good heart, because the reason that I twinge a little bit when you asked that question originally, the parapsychology and the psychology, parapsychology is still imaginative enough and distant enough from the objective world that people haven't tainted it. It's still pretty able to be explored, whereas psychology, unfortunately, I'm sorry, has been infiltrated and corrupted by business greed and the latter.
Boom. All right. So I need you to tap in for a second. All right. I need you to tap in. All right. So yesterday when we were doing the program, Miss Sarah, there were some knocks. And Ron didn't believe me when I heard it. And
I figured out what it was, though.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I figured out what
Why are you ruining it?
Because it happened to me this morning.
Is it?
Yes.
What was
Ask Ron.
Refrigerator.
Okay. All right.
Refrigerator.
So, is there any type of energy in
Just
the
validating
area? Is there any kind of energy in the area that we're in right now? Is there something here with us in the studio or the location of the studio?
Why are you doing this?
It's okay.
You don't want my answers.
Yes,
Rocky.
I do.
No, I
Yes.
don't
No,
think I do.
you don't.
Please, Sarah, will you tell me?
Not live on
this
air,
is
do you
a
really?
home studio. Please.
Yes.
This is-
Okay.
So come on, what are you picking up? What's here? What's here?
Well, here's the deal, is what I think people really care about, right? What I think is the biggest experience is like, what psychically will she do now? Like, what is the tapping in? Obviously, I mean, you've got a green screen. So like sometimes it would be tapping in would be like looking at a person and you're like, at that point, you're kind of cold profiling, you're using your experience, you're looking at them and you're going like, okay, what do I see around them? You're looking at their little energy. It looks like a little black hovering thing. And then when they move, it kind of looks like there's like maybe your Hunter S. Thompson movie, that's their aura. And if you kind of sit back and let it get even more peripheral, you'll see colors. And so maybe, but you guys have a green screen and an alien sitting there like at Hogwarts. So
that's true.
I can't do that. So then I think, well, shit, I can't do that.
That's a little
That's
ghost back
scratch.
there. You see her?
I do. Well, aren't you? Is that Hogwarts?
No,
it looks
not.
like Hogwarts.
No, it's church, I think.
Which those photos I can do, by the way, at paranormalsarah.com. We can do those wherever you'd like. They're really easy, the shutter speed photo. But so then I think, okay, well, that's not going to work. I can't look at them and look at their bioelectric field. I can't like try and, use my rods and cones in there and extend my actual abilities. So thanks a lot, guys. So then I have to use my like brain.
Yeah.
Which is like MK Ultra, Project Paperclip, Project Bluebeam is a little bit more popular. Like, can we remote view? Yes, we can. So then what does that look like? Well, usually that's like, I'd want latitude, longitude, but I don't have that and you don't want to share that on air. So then I'm looking at Ron and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to telepathically stare at him. I kind of know what state you're in.
Yes.
So then I vector like I would to an alien in my mind right now. And I'm looking at you, but in my peripheral, I'm also vectoring. And so the process is like a moment that I would be doing usually quiet, but I don't want an awkward radio silence because that's bad radio. And so then you're zooming in where I think you're at. I think I see your house. We go there. It's a home studio. And then it's like, okay, now without thinking too much, I have to say, what's here? And like psychically, I would immediately say a whole bunch of crap. And I say crap because it's a dissociative stream. Like quite literally, I see a darker colored cat. It's not black, but it's a darker colored cat. It's not your cat. It's a cat that I don't like and I don't want it in the house. The next thing I see is like an aunt or a woman that is not your mother, but she's like your mother's sister and she is dead and she's around and she's wanting to talk to your mom, which then I hone in on then it starts going into like people that are around you or things that come to my stream. And then I start kind of plucking it out where I'm like, man, I don't want to talk about dead people. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to, or like, whoa, there's a trauma. I don't want to talk about that. Like, okay, what's there? And when you say what's there, Rocky, like what's making noise? Because you can summon things right now. Like I'm there right now. If there's a noise, it may not be the fridge. It might be me moving around because I don't know where the hell I'm at in your house trying to remote view my way to figuring things out, right? But like, who's to say that that's not true? That my astral body, my ethereal body isn't there right now because I'm talking about it. I'm filling the air with it. And that if something moves and I say I did that, you can't say otherwise. It would be timing. Did you hear it? I know you heard me move that.
Right? Sarah, what the?
It's not Kevin Bacon movie. That movie was so freaky, by the way. Did you see that movie with the moving? Anyway.
Yeah.
Remote viewing. You know what I'm talking about. That was a weird scene. Remote viewing. That's kind of like how I would be in that space and be like, man, I kind of already feel like where I would have electrical problems or like, I don't want you on this floor. I want you on a different floor. I don't like... It's kind of, I get a Scotty feel and I would already wanting to be rearrange things. And then I start thinking like, there's all sorts of stuff. And it's like, well, what kind of stuff do you want? Do you want energy? Do you want dead people? Do you want aliens? Do you want stuff on the land? Do you want the gutter on the right-hand side that's, needing to be adjusted? Or like, what is it that you want? Because I can see a great many things. Now, are they right or wrong? I don't operate in that space.
Yeah.
And that's where I think intuition is most unique when people come to me and work with me in like a mentorship space to try and sharpen their intuition. The best thing is not to think for too long. Write down all the things that come to you. And instead of being like, well, she said brown cat, my cat's dark brown, so she's a dumb, stupid, wrong. Like, why would I have even said that? Or we don't have a cat. Well, she said his name was Oreo. That's her dog's name. It's like, well, was she wrong because she said cat named Oreo?
Yeah.
Or was she right because she said Oreo but got the animal wrong? Like, you have to learn your level of leniency with accurate, relevant, helpful information that comes through. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I think there needs to be intent.
Yeah.
I saw, when I was watching you do that, I completely saw the Sarah psychic. I saw your face just like
she said she was looking at me. Boy, I was all into her eyes. Hell yeah, I was.
Right?
I was like, tell me, Sarah. Tell me.
Talk to me.
Yeah.
All right. I'm curious now, when you, let's say there was not a cat here, but you saw a cat and it wasn't supposed to be a dog. In spirit, what would a dark or black cat mean if there wasn't a physical cat here? Could that be a symbol?
Sure. I think at that point, and that's the next level of it, is you're like, dang, there's not a black cat. And then you say, it's kind of like, this is where I find when people come to me and are like, I had this dream. Would you tell me what it means? And usually what I end up doing is have them tell them what they're going to tell me. And then I tell them what they told me. And then I go back through and circle the things that are very relevant. And then I go back through and guide them through. So tell me, what does an ambulance mean to you? Or like out of order, like Mad Libs. What does the color red mean to you? Because they mentioned that 11 times. Like, and I go through and I'm drawing off and writing the adjectives and meanings. And then you just put it back in order. Like, well, it looks like someone you love from the past and frequencies of romance and jealousy is recently come into your life. That's causing stress. And it's like, oh, how'd you get that from the red ambulant cat story? And it's like, I mean, my ego totally loves the stroking, but you did it. It's like therapy.
Yeah.
It's just rearranging the yarn. And I don't necessarily think it's that intuitive as much as it is listening, helping someone through the process. And so then at that point, things are symbolic, where it's like, man, okay, if there wasn't an actual physical cat, the next level is, what does a cat mean to me? Well, a cat makes me think of such and such and such and such. And so you write those things down. And what's weird is like some people have indirect intuition. They start learning that they actually get names, or I'm seeing my grandpa, so that means a fiddle.
Uh-huh.
Whereas for a while they just said, man, I'm only seeing my grandpa. I don't, and it's like, well, what does that mean though? Well, I guess I associate this with that. And so then you're looking at someone and you see your grandpa and you go, well, wait a minute, a fiddle? And they're like, oh, I play the fiddle. Everyone in our family plays the fiddle. And you're like, yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
It's not that you knew everyone in the family played a fiddle, but it's that immediate. And then you start being like, and it came through a family member showing me this, a very loving family member that kind of had to show me that this is an intimate thing. It wouldn't be something that's right in your face. And they're like, I quit playing the fiddle 2 years ago, and I've been wondering if I should get back into it, and you're like, yes. And it really works that way, where you don't really know that was what was happening, but you knew you needed to say it that way. It usually ends up being very
funny
divine.
as shit. The way that you did that was funny as
is she
shit.
really crying? Why is she really crying?
I mean, I was like, oh my God, it's the fiddle.
War of the Roses is fake. So you all know.
All right. So now you have been doing tarot for a very, very long time. And Ron is jumping in to this whole world, right? So he's kind of getting bombarded from all ends, especially from the back end. But would you please do just like when you did your live streams and you do was it like a 1-card draw or whatever you did?
Yep. And I do these often, where like different forms of divination, but tarot is my favorite because most people are Christian.
Yeah.
If you're Christian, you're not Catholic, but if you're Catholic, you're Christian. This is kind of a weird thing because my husband was raised Catholic and I was raised Southern Baptist.
Me too.
So we always thought you Catholics were crazy as all hell and just putting ash on your face and sitting up, doing this kind of stuff. And then Catholics are like, you guys are Catholic. You're all Catholic. Everyone's Catholic, and we're just the best version of you.
Oh, there is
and it's just a different mentality.
That is.
But what's interesting is, tarot, even though you go to the Britannica, it'll say it's from the 1400s. You go to Wikipedia, it'll say it's from 1800s. If you go to France, they'll tell you it's from Madame Lenormand, from Napoleon. And if you go to Italy, they'll tell you it's from, it's rien de code. People have been looking at marks on the wall and looking at math and nature, I think probably since we noticed that synchronicity. And playing cards, it's an easily readable, readable, that's not a word. It's readily available source. And so you have it. So playing cards have been able to be used synchronistically. But what I love is that if you are at all into math, like Rocky mentioned, the 1, 1s, 2s, scientific, yin and yang, I kind of base my spirituality on this: earth, water, air, fire. So if you're pagan or Wiccan, you can get on board. If you're the 4 Gospels, you can get on board. If you're quantum mechanics, yin and yang. If you're a Taoist, you can get on board. I usually can do this, and that allows me to mentor everybody across the spectrum. But earth is your intentions, water are your feelings, air is what you say, and fire is what you do. And this breaks down in the zodiac as well. You have your earth signs, water signs, air signs, and fire signs. Yep. And this is also the sacred geometry and the Fibonacci. And
Sarah, keep that picture up for a second. Keep that picture up for 1 second, though. I mean, what does that say when I look at that picture and the first thing I think of are tatas?
That you like breasts?
You see them. You saw them, dude. You just didn't want to say anything.
Until you said it.
You just didn't want to say anything. They're just innie nipples. That's all. They're just innies.
Or outies.
They're not innies. Or out here. There.
There.
I mean, it could be like that. Then it kind of looks like a...
What does that say? That you like breasts. That's what she said.
Right. Herniated penis, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. Earth, water, air, fire. But earth, that'll be your pentacles. That'll be your 4 suits in a deck, and a tarot deck, or in like a normal playing deck. Earth, pentacles, that's your thoughts, that's your ground. Water, that's your cups. So you always see it as a chalice or a liquid. That's your emotion, like semen or blood or water breaking from birth. Ooh. Air, that's swords. Da-da-da-da! That's like an air. It's a battle cry. It's the shit you say. It's, oh yeah, well, it's bullshit, and it's reputation, it's gossip, and that's where, swords is not really the best place to be. But then fire, that's where, pedal to the metal, baby. That's where you're doing stuff. That's wands. Yeah. That's where people is like, you shall not pass. It's like your wand is your fiddlestick or your microphone or whatever you use to do. And in Christianity, this of course would be why the air and fire, this is a disciple and to only do God's work, right? So this is why when people are like, why don't clergy have sex and get married? And why is feminine energy always so demonic? Why is Lilith and female? And because that's thinking and feeling. Man, you don't want to think and feel. That's where bad things happen. The devil loves idle hands. You want to keep busy. And you don't want to get married and have kids and have connections. You want to only say and do God. You don't want to think for yourself. We want to say and do what we tell you to do. And go forth and serve the word of God. And that's great. And it's still in accordance with this, and it works well, and Christianity does it really well, and divination and the tarot deck does it really well. And then you've got a major arcana. And that major arcana is the sacred tree of life. It's the tree of life. I have it over here on a poster board, like the Sephiroth, and you've got the 10 dots. There's 22 different pathways when you line them up. That 22 are the same 22 major arcana that you see in a tarot deck. So if you are at all into the Kabbalah or yoga or the chakra system or the electromagnetic spectrum, if you're a plumber or a carpenter, like you can do tarot cards without even realizing it, which is kind of cool. So anyway, we're going to pull a card.
Yeah.
A single card.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
I don't care what spirituality you are. Let's just pull a card for you. And it's like, how do you know what card? You kind of just... You sniff them. No, don't. You can do whatever you want. There's no wrong. There's no right. Sometimes
hilarious. You just sniff them. You sniff them. That one. I want that one.
No.
Stop sniffing.
No. This one. This is the one.
Okay.
Uh-oh. You're in trouble, Phillips.
Ooh, this is about... Okay. So again, this is really cool. This lines up with certain scriptures, and we all know the Bible is a book of... spells, especially Psalms. So this gives you actually 2 spells that if you wanted to go talk with the angels, you could.
Okay.
All right.
So this is the 8 of Cups.
All right.
And so any tarot reader out there, cups, automatically you're in a space of emotion. So this is relationships. This is intuition. This could be when someone's like, well, could it be a romantic relationship? Well, this is actually going to be all relationships. And because I also know the astrology right now is like Venus and Scorpio, this is probably friendships as well as marriage. This is relationships of in all areas of life, yours and other people around you, being shaken in a way that they need to be aware of the foundation and the old, you have to give what you want to get.
Yep.
The golden rule, it applies very much in the number 8. It's just like this. It's that recycling movement of giving and receiving and sharing and grace and gratitude and forgiveness and this kind of tango that's done. And with cups, it's done between people. And it's to be sure, man, this means people are overstepping boundaries, right? Because this is people having to realign and relearn. And what was the bottom? Did it say Lord of abandoned success? Oh. So, man, oftentimes this is, I need you to work less and be home more. I need you to be stepping away from this so that you can be over here. I need you to check in with that work-life balance and feeling the pull from a different, all sorts of different places, and thinking, dang, do I have to empty a cup to be able to fill it? And to some extent, yes. When you think of the word satisfaction, that's kind of the magic word with this even, is, does satisfy mean that you have enough information to be persuaded, or does it mean that you're full, or does it mean that you have pleasure or you don't? Are you satisfied? This is a give and take, and it's very much about personal success and the success of relationships around you, which is a beautiful card. It talks about, and I draw on my cards and make notes, so if other people out there, feel free to do that. It's not going to ruin the card. It just means that when I die and then become famous because I'm dead, that these will be money for my children, maybe because I scribbled on them. But Psalms 88:13, and then on the bottom, because yin and yang, almost all the cards are going to have an upper and lower, and this is Psalms 119, 108. Which those passages, I mean, I don't know how much time we have. There's not a whole lot left. But if anybody in the chat room shares those or looks at those and then thinks about what this card was about and talked about, you'll see how Jesus Christ was able to give his disciples very cryptic ways of sharing that knowledge of how to find balance in your emotions. And Psalms and those passages will actually tell us, like, maybe what to sit in prayer and think, and it will, by just speaking it, give us peace. And that's kind of cool, and why not? Right? If we had an anxious mind or an idle heart, it would just guidance.
Sit and read those Psalms and get peace.
Dude, you need peace, bro.
I do.
Yeah.
No, Sarah, if somebody
you,
wanted to you do all different types of readings. And so if somebody wanted to get a reading from you, whether it be a single card, a 3 card, a 5 card, I don't know all the amount of cards that you can do. How would they contact you and explain this? Do you do it via like a Skype phone call? Do you do a pre-record?
Yeah, I can do it. I can do it just like this. A lot of times I do a pre-recording where I do like a 35 or 45-minute recording. I do spirit guides, past life regressions, things like that. I do those via hypnosis, though, and I really like to do hypnosis, and so that's important. But it can be done over the internet, and a lot of it is very efficient that way. And then we keep in contact, and you ask me questions, and I send you all the things. But paranormalsarah.com, you'll be able to find me, or the paranormalsarah at Gmail. I'm at Gmail, but or Facebook or YouTube. I mean, if you Google Paranormal Sarah, you'll probably find me. It hasn't been a problem for most people out there trolling me. They find everything you need.
All right. Paranormal Sarah. Ron's giving me the
wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up, Rocky. He gave me the wrap it up. Paranormalsarah.com, the paranormalsarah at gmail.com. Sarah, we're getting you back on the show because you just completely triggered me when you brought up past life regressions. And that is a subject that we tried talking about, but we completely ruined it.
Sarah, thank you for joining us. Stay right there. We'll come right back to you here.
Damn it,
ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Soderlund. That was fantastic. And the time just went, whoo.
Dude, and you're biblical.
I am biblical.
Ron Phillips is biblical. Hashtag Ron Phillips is Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, we love the hell out of each and every one of you. Go to abnormalrealities.com, romikadesigns.com, wayfinderlures.com, and so much more. Just go to abnormalrealities.com, paranormalsarah.com. Ron Phillips, take us home, big dog.
Hey, guys, thank you for joining us tonight. We will see you tomorrow night for Freaky Friday. Take care.